So welcome to the A.E.Mackintosh channel. Thanks for watching. Lots of people have been asking me about the roof cleaning, the tool I'm using, where to get it, how I've set it up. So I'm just going to show you quickly. It basically starts with a 12-inch Mossmatic. It's a flat surface cleaner. It's just very similar to the flat surface cleaners that you'd use on paving driveways. Just the two jets which spin round underneath there. And this one has got a pivot like that and a quick release. This actually came with its own lance as well, so I can use it on a ground on a smaller project. I can use it just on a regular lance, and it just, with the quick release, you can just change it over really quickly, so that's good. And then the key to it here is this kit which goes inside the pole. This fitting here is just a fixed straight fitting that just slips inside the pole there, and it's on a thermoplastic hose which goes all the way down. Now that just slots straight in. I'm using this on an Unger pole. It fits in there without having to take the first section out, anything like that. It's just the right size. Now I've decided to use it on this pole because this is a high mod pole. This is the most rigid pole I've probably ever used. When you've got the 12-inch flat surface cleaner on there and you've got it extended all the way up the roof, you want a rigid pole because that's going to help you control the tool at the top when you're using it. So this is a really great heavy duty pole which I've found good for scraping and things like that, so I converted it to use it like this. Now the thermoplastic hose comes out the bottom of the pole like that to the trigger, and that's bolted onto the bottom of the pole. So I had to screw through the last section of the pole to fit that on. So I'm not really going to be able to use the pole for anything else now that's fitted like that. So that's a 30-foot pole. I found that reaches to the top of most roofs, most domestic properties that I've been doing. This kit, you can buy the set from Rutland Pumps. I got mine as a kit from Rutland Pumps. I think AC pressure washers, you can get it. Gardner Pole Systems do their own, do the fitting as well for their poles if you wanted to get that. So I would recommend using a high mod pole. A carbon fiber pole is really good and lightweight, but the more rigid the pole, the more that's going to help you control the tool. It's really going to make a difference. This one is a high mod from that I'm using from Unger. If you want to get a Gardner, I think the Gardner poles, they call them the S-Max. They're the more rigid high mod poles. Obviously they cost a bit more, but you're going to be grateful for it once you get up there and you're actually using a tool and you're standing on top of a scaffold tower with this extended all the way up a roof. It's really going to make a difference the more rigid the pole is. So originally when we first started doing this, I was using an 8-inch flat surface cleaner. What we found when we were using the 8-inch was that it was actually, when you pull the trigger and the pressure, you get the pressure, it's very difficult to control, especially when you've got the pole extended, maybe the furthest you can extend it. It becomes very difficult to control when you've got the pressure coming out the top of it there. So although this is slightly bigger and heavier, you want it to be a little bit bigger and heavier actually, because that helps counterbalance the pressure. So when I'm using it on the roof, we've just come off this big job which we've just completed, and we've covered a large area quite quickly. Now I'm using the pressure washer just on a very low pressure. My pressure washer just above tick over, maybe half revs at the very most. And what you find, you just play around with your revs and you find that you just get a balance point. When you pull the trigger, the tool is just trying to come away from the surface. With less pressure, you can more easily control the tool at the top, especially when you've got it fully extended, but also you're not hitting the roof tiles with too much pressure. So really it's a very low pressure. With the fan jets underneath, you cover the roof in a very even way. So I found it fantastic, and the job we've just done, we've covered a large area pretty quickly. That big job's taken us a day and a half to get through, working off a scaffold tower as well. So I've tried a lot of different methods of cleaning roofs. The scraper tool, very labor intensive, very hard work, but I've done quite a few of those. So this is my favorite method of doing it really, just the way of covering the roof. What I would say is that I think there's no blanket method that you can use for every roof. Every roof is slightly different, all the tiles are slightly different, so different roofs, different methods are the best way of doing it. So it's just picking the right method. This roof happened to be perfect for it. It came up nice and red, looked nice and clean, and it cut through the dirt really well. If you see on this roof, we're using just enough pressure, because it's low pressure, it's just enough to clean it, but some of the black spots, the lichen, you can still see some of those things left behind. So we always do a biocide treatment afterwards as well. That'll kill off any organic growth that's left behind. It'll even help improve and get rid of those black spots, the lichen, over a period of the next 3, 6 months, even a year. So the roof will continue to improve, and it will work as a preventative as well. So it's a really fantastic service, I think, in combination, those two things, and we've been able to get some fantastic results. So customers have been very pleased every time. So I hope that's helpful. Hope you find that useful. Thanks for watching my channel. If you go directly to my channel and go to the playlists, there's a roof cleaning playlist, loads more there. Some of the jobs I've done with this tool, and some of the jobs I've done using the scraper as well. And there's also a playlist called Cleaning is So Satisfying. You can see lots more satisfying videos there. Okay, so thanks for watching. Take care. See you again soon.